Oh, hi everyone. Okay, let's start this again. So let me go over here and this looks like it'll work. All righty. Let's see. I think this will work now. Okay. Try it again. Let's see. My goodness, I'll tell you my sad story about what happened. Okay. Goodness. Okay, live now. Let's see. How are we doing? Are we cooking with gas now? We should be. Should be. Yep. Goodness. Okay. Phew. Hey everybody. Hi, I'm good now. Gosh, Keisha, it is what it is. Okay, let's start again. Good morning. My goodness, good morning. I'm Allison Sullivan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. My channel is Stamp Crazy with Allison, so welcome to all of you who stuck around or came back. I appreciate it. So sorry about that earlier, but we seem to be okay now. So now I just have to wait for people to find me again, and hopefully they will. Okay. Ooh, I got an itch. Anyway, Keisha found me, so we're good, Keisha, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit late now, 10 minutes, because I was getting myself sorted. So I'm just going to not waste any more time and get you back in here. I'm going to just, okay, let's just get that sorted, and then let's move this over here so I can follow and I can watch on my Border Buddies. So hopefully people are going to come back. But Keisha, if it's just you and me, it's just you and me, kid. All right. So we're going to keep playing with the beautiful gallery suite collection, which is in the annual catalog, the 2025-2026 annual catalog. And I love this suite because it's, hi Ellie, thanks for coming back. It's a mega suite and it includes 2 bundles. So you've got these bundles here. Now, right now, the Gallery Blooms is not orderable, but the Beautiful Motifs is. So you can still take advantage of getting the Beautiful Motifs and some of the other products on the 50% off sale. Hi, Mary. Oh, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. I had some people watching me on my Border Buddies, but they've given up. They've given up the ghost. Okay. All right. Sorry about the technical problem this morning, but you know what? Stuff like that happens in life and you just have to keep going. It's not the end of the world, right? Let me tell you about my class. So our class is on July the 19th. It comes with the materials to make 8 cards. Hi, Diane, you're back too. Yay. And Kathy's over there watching me on Border Buddies. Hi, Kathy. It comes with 8 cards. So there's 4 designs, but you get 2 of each. So we kind of do this, make one for yourself and keep it, and make one and give it away. Okay. That's the sort of thinking behind it. But you're also going to get a goodie bag. And in the goodie bag comes pressed flower motifs and a whole package of the gorgeous Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. This paper is really beautiful. So this is one side, and then you can see that's the other side. So I'm just going to quickly take you through. So you sort of got a lot of landscapes. I love this one. I colored this one on a card, which I love. I'll show you what the card looks like. Let me just grab it. Might as well show it to you before we forget. So it was this one. So I took that Designer Series paper, and you can see I colored it with the Stampin' Blends, right? Simple and lovely. Okay. And then the paper is so pretty. It is so pretty. Look at this. There's some, you know what I like about it though, Kathy, is that you've got this kind of almost looks like old-fashioned wallpaper, doesn't it? Although I got to say, my 85-year-old house came with this kind of wallpaper when we moved in. We were at a kind of a remembrance yesterday, and this man was talking about his house, and he said something to my husband and I about his house being one of those old houses. We were laughing, and I said, "Oh, I bet our house is older." And he said, "Oh no, my house was built in in 1956. And Des and I just started to laugh and said, well, ours is 1946 and it's not a heritage house. So anyway, but that's what this reminds me. I stripped many of these wallpapers off and there was this one was on top of this one, which was on top of this one. You know how they used to do that? Anyways, so it sort of reminds me of that, but I still love it. Oh, this one for sure. This was in the bedroom, I think, something like that. Now, isn't it pretty? But you get these landscapes, but you also get these look like actual, pen and ink papers. Like, what am I trying to say? Like paintings, I guess. Pencils. There you go. Lovely. Oh, this is my favorite. Okay. I don't know why this is my favorite. I think it kind of reminds me of British Columbia in a way, but more in the Okanagan, maybe with the hills that don't have as many trees, but love it. Anyway, get the idea. Look at all these landscapes. So like I said, I'm showing you one side and then that's the other side, right? Okay. This one's pretty too. I would actually like to use that as a wallpaper. I do love that one. Okay. So you get the idea. Okay. I'm not sure what I'd use this one for, but that's okay. I've got the other side. I can just use the other side. So in your class, you're going to get everything I've just showed you. So 24 sheets of this paper. Okay, double-sided. You're going to get that. And you're also, the last thing is the 5 yards of the thick beige ribbons. You're going to get that too. So that's your goodie bag. And as a little treat for anyone signing up for my class, I'm going to send you a bonus PDF. It's got 12 projects from people from around the world, my friends around the world, my demonstrator friends, and they are gorgeous projects, all very different. There's boxes and cards and other things, 3D things. And I think when I looked at it a while ago, it actually shows you quite a few of the products in this mega suite. Okay, so you're going to get that just as a little bonus. It's a $20 value. All right, so you can join from anywhere in the world. Hi, Carol. You can join from anywhere in the world. If you're Canadian, you get the goodie bag that I just showed you. If you're not, then you get the PDF with instructions and measurements and all that kind of stuff. And then you come and play with us on July the 19th. You cut your own stuff and you come. And you're still going to get that PDF. Okay. All right. So should we get started? Today's card is a case. Now, I'm just going to fix this. A case means that you can copy and share everything. So you can take a card and copy it exactly, or you can make it your own. That's what it means. And I took a card from a recent class that we took with Stampin' Up. I didn't have the products that they used, but it was a demonstrator only event. It was fantastic. So it's another good reason to join Stampin' Up. You can go to these fabulous private classes. And I'm taking it and I'm adapting the card and using it with the products from my class. Okay, so here's all our little bits. What I've done is I'm using Basic Beige. Now this is a brand new color last year, I think. And it was a color I thought, why do we have beige? Oh my goodness. Hi, Pauline. How are you? Sorry, I'm just saying hi to my friend from Australia. She lived here and is on my team, but she's moved back home to her native Australia. So it's a good time. It's a little bit better. It's like 7 a.m. or something for her. So thanks, Pauline. Anyway, this Basic Beige is a neutral. I thought, I don't need this color. Oh, yes, you do. Grab this color. It's fantastic. So I've got a regular size card, a North American size. So that's 8.5 by 5.5 square to 4.25. Then we've got a layer that is just a bit smaller. So 5.25 by 4. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to emboss this. Now the suite comes with this beautiful embossing folder, the Damps Designs embossing folder. I love it too. Pauline, did you download I give my team members the free PDF, the extra projects. I think you did download that. Now this one here, it can go, oh gosh, how do I say this? It can go this way, or you can turn your paper, but I want it to be like this because I've got a portrait. So can you see? Ooh, can you see? Yeah, like it's going this way, okay? So for this one, this is not a 3D. So for this one, you're going to need platform 1, plate 3, your embossing folder, and then another plate 3, okay? So let's run that through. And you're going to get a really nice, even though it's not 3D, it's a really nice impression. Okay, let's grab that. Here we go. This setup for my die cutting. Boy, it's so hot here. My plates are sticking literally to my platform. How weird. I've never had that. It's almost like a vacuum pack. Okay. Who else is on here? Okay. Got it. If I said hi to everybody, hope so. Okay, so you can see that you get that. Now, I was thinking if you use our two-tone 12 by 12 with a white core, you could give this a nice little sand, and that would add even another element to this. Okay, so next we're going to keep this fairly simple. I've got some pieces of that DSP. I had a whole bunch of pieces left over. I'm going to show you what they look like. Look at this. I have this, I keep all my, I'm sure you do too, I keep all my bits. So I just went in here and I grabbed some bits of ones that I had, and I've cut these to 1 inch wide by 3.5 inches. Okay, and I've got 3 of those. And then I've got a piece of basic beige again. And we're going to stamp this actually with a sentiment. And the one I chose, you have to grab that. Beautiful motifs. And I wanted thank you for everything. I send a lot of thank you cards. And so I use the cards that I make to send to my customers or my team or whoever. Because you can always use thank you cards. So I'm going to thank you for everything over here. Okay. Oops. No, I'm not. That was a bad stamp. Let's see. Meaning me, not that. Well, I'm looking at this and thinking, maybe this needs cleaned up. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper and see what the problem is here. It's like almost like I've got something on it. Yeah, there's something. Oh, look at that. It's a piece of cardstock. Interesting. Well, before we messed up both sides of that, that's the beauty of double-sided, right? You just turn the paper over and you start again and no one would ever know that there's a mess on the other side. See? Thank you for everything. All right. Next up, so I've got these little bits, but I want to cut out a design. I want to cut out this. It's like Queen Anne's lace. That's what we decided, Diane, wasn't it? The last time we cut this out, it was Queen Anne's lace. So this is the cloud cover. Another, oh my goodness, gorgeous new color. I love it. Now, this cloud cover and the next one I'm going to use too, Secret Sea, are new. And they're only here for 2 years, which makes me sad. Because, oh my gosh, who can live without it? But I'm not going to borrow trouble, as my mother would say. I'm going to enjoy it while it's here. But I will miss this fabulous color in 2 years when it's no longer an in color. Grab it while you can. Okay, that looks, see how that, isn't that pretty? So that definitely is a Queen Anne's lace. There's no question about that. Then we're going to use the Secret Sea. Whoop. And run that one through. And then we're going to put together this quite simple card. This card is not a hard card. Ooh, that was a lot of squeaking there, wasn't it? I said to somebody, keep these, because I think it was when I was doing my card the other day. Keep these because that's nice. Like that isn't that nice? And you could put a little saying there. You know, sometimes simple is the best, right? Anyway, don't throw those out. Okay, and then I use my Take-A-Pick because sometimes you just have to help get it out of the die. So just peel that, and if it doesn't, all the little bits don't come out, that's okay. Just use your little Take-A-Pick and just poke them out. I'm seeing that this is what got onto my stamp. See these little bits? Obviously it was on my table and my stamp picked it up. That's why we had that slight hiccup. Okay, those are good. All right, gather them up. Just use my cardstock to grab that stuff and get it out of the way. Okay, keep that. We're good. All right, so now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and glue this down. And it can be a free mask. It can. That is a very good point that Keisha is making. If you use these as masks, you can get a really interesting look. And I have a card. I don't know if I pulled it to show you, but I should try and go through my little box of goodies there when we're done and go show you again what Keisha's referring to. Okay, so we've got thank you for everything. And then we're going to lay down these DSPs. I don't think it matters what order. Now you can go like this, like you can have that one at the angle and that one, and this one straight and then another angle. But I think I'm going to try really hard because that forgives a lot of mistakes, right? Like if you kind of mess up. So I'm going to just glue that one down. Hopefully that would be. And then we'll glue the bottom one down. Oh, that's pretty. That's just lucky. That's one of the landscape pieces. And I just, the way that that piece got cut, I don't know if you can see it, it's you wouldn't know that that was a landscape piece. Okay, do that. And this piece. I think that works. Yeah, looks pretty good. Can't tell. Sometimes you can't tell if it's crooked. Oh, let's make sure we don't have the ugly thank you side. There we go. All right. Okay, that's what we've got so far. Pretty simple. Now we've got these two bits that we cut out. Let's grab our silicone mat. Let's grab our white glue. Let's put it on here. I'm going to grab a sponge, or you can use a dauber. Just happen to have a sponge. And I'm just dabbing on the glue. Some people water the glue down. They add a little spritz of water. But I just use it full on. Okay. Let's put that over. Just gonna, this way we get a little bit, it's a little bit easier. Now you could be like, I always dot on the glue, but I have found lately for something this tiny or this fine, I guess, I have found that this technique works best. And the glue, all you do is wait for it to dry a little bit and it peels off. Remember like rubber cement when we were kids? Okay, I'm dating myself. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about, but those that do know. Remember we used to use that rubber cement when we were at school. Probably highly toxic. And then we could just rub it off our fingers. Remember that? Okay. Thinking you could do this. See how you can offset these two and you get a really pretty color, but I'm really offsetting. I'm like this. Okay, I'm not trying to create a little shade. Okay, now let's finish this up with some of our linen thread. Thank goodness for linen thread. I don't know what I'd do if I got rid of linen thread, but see how it's all curly when it comes off this roll? So I want you to just run your nail along it and you can sort of straighten it out. Okay. I want a fairly long tail on this. Oop. See, my fingers are sticky. She says, I want a long tail, and then she doesn't make a long tail. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Then I am going to grab my Paper Pumpkin glue dots, or these are actually in the kits. I shouldn't call them Paper Pumpkin. These are from our kits. When they include these, I love it, and I keep them all. And they're also in Paper Pumpkin as their glue dots. These are my favorite. Look at this little pouch I have. Love. Okay, then we're going to put our little linen thread on there. And let's finish it up with the embellishments, the motifs. I'm going to grab one of those big ones because I don't use these as much because I somehow make cards where the little ones work a little better. But I'm going to grab some of those big ones. There we go. Okay. So this is a card totally cased from a card from our class. And this was the card from the class, but it was using a brand new suite that I don't own. So I just added some embossed background, and I added 2 kind of sprigs, but otherwise they ripped some of the pieces, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to keep it quite crisp. Thanks, Carol. I can't take total credit because I did case, but that's the beauty of casing. Casing is an okay thing to do. Like, that's what we do. So let me see. Let me show you some of the cards that I made, that I have on hand using this suite so you can see them. Don't forget, tomorrow's the last day you can take advantage of the 50% off, right? All right, so this one here, I wanted to show you, see this die? It is part of the motifs, but it doesn't cut it completely out. It cuts it in a way that, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't, help me, Keisha. It doesn't cut it out like the lace, but it's, let's take this off and show you. It's easier. See what I mean? It does cut it. It's just not cut through. Does that make sense? This is a neat card. This is one of those spanner cards. Okay. Right. And then this one here. Remember I told you I love that paper? It's my favorite of the landscapes. See? And then this way you can see it go across. Like I've used the whole piece, and it just, the landscape is spread out. I like the way that burned out. We looked at this one earlier because we were coloring in. We told you that I colored in the DSP. And here's another one. Love this. And then here's the little box that we made the other day. So there's the box. This is another case. I took the idea from the catalog, and this was kind of built on that catalog card. Not totally, but sort of. Oh, you're questioning. Yeah, you don't know either. Semi-attached. That's a good idea. It's like a semi-detached house. Right. Okay. Stuck together, but not quite. So this was a card that I did. But then I wanted to show how you could take a simple card like this one. Like that's just stamped right on the note card. And then each one of these just kind of adds a little bit more detail and a little bit more detail. And then finally, a lot of detail. Depends what you want to do. Okay. So go back and watch that video, and all the measurements for the box are on there too. And Keisha, you were talking about how we could use something for a mask. Can you guys still hear me? I had to bend over and grab my little box here. I'm going to try and find this card that I was referring to. Here it is. I knew it was here. So we were talking about don't throw out these pieces that you have cut out. Okay. Because what Keisha was referring to is, let me take this one out of the plastic. This shadow, which is quite offset, which is nice, was created by taking exactly what Keisha said. I just have to find that die. Taking the die that cuts out that flower, this die, okay? So you cut out the flower, okay? And then you have a stencil. Then you take the stencil, pretend this is a stencil. Now, honestly, you don't even have to do that. For this particular die, you could just tape this down and use the actual die. So then grab a dauber or a blending brush. I would tape this down, add your color, okay, and then it's just stamped offset on that. See, isn't that great? Love that. Okay, so here's our card that we did today. Very simple. Can't you see using this with so many different sweet collections or stamps and dies and embossing folders? So great. There's so many possibilities, right? So let's give that a try. Now I'm going to just come back here and look at my hair. It's because it's hot in my office. Remember I was saying I should never complain about the heat, the cold, because, then we get heat and we're heading into hot this week, which is good. Love those flowers too. Okay, you guys. Well, thanks for those of you that came at 10 and then I had my technical difficulty. But I've reached part of my, doing lives that I just don't worry too much. If it doesn't work out, I just go back and start again and hope it works. So thanks for persevering and coming back. And if you are coming back later today and going, oh, she was live. Yeah, I was. All right, you guys. So I'll see you again I won't see you on Wednesday because Friday is my husband. Oh no, I will see you on Wednesday. Never mind. I thought I was going to my son's for dinner, but we're not going till Thursday for dinner. Oh, hi, Mo. Yeah, this was, for those of you who are demonstrators, this was like a card based on the Creativity Now card. So yeah, simple. I don't know how many of you went to the class, but pretty simple. Anyway, so I will see you Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So adjust for your own time zones and I'll see you then. Okay, you guys have a great rest of the day and stay cool if you're in the Lower Mainland or wherever you're watching from. Appreciate you coming and appreciate you coming back. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Bye for now.